Morning everybody, welcome back to another fossil hunting video. It's a very early start this morning. I was up at 5 and it's now 6 and I'm heading to the beach. At least it's light. It's nearly tide, so I'll only get an hour or two on the beach today, and I'll probably go somewhere tomorrow and do a bit of filming as well. So hopefully there'll be some good finds to come in this video. Walking down the very sludgy path. Looks like it gets a little bit worse at that little bit down there. Not too bad though in comparison to other beaches. I don't think the tide will be going out much further than it has already. It's not the best tide today, but I thought I'd make the most of it on an early morning. So there's black nab or saltwick nab. I always get the two nabs mixed up. Not sure which one's which. Should really know the amount of times I've come here, but there you go. Definitely not the find of the year, but I've got a little tip of a belemite here. You can find them a lot better than that. That's not too bad. At least it's a complete ammonite, apart from a little bit of wear around there, but I'll take that one back. Nice dactylioscurus ammonite, the most common one in the area. That's quite interesting for something a little bit different. Big old cluster of pyrite. I almost thought it was a little bit bone-like at first, but lots of pyrite in there. Wouldn't that be nice? Part of a big ammonite called a phylloscurus get broken up, these ones, which is a shame to see. So I have just spotted a nice ammonite in this rock pool. Whether it'll be a complete one, I'm not quite sure, but I'll grab it out and we'll find out. Yeah, it's all there. Might be a little crushed on that nose, but other than that, looks like a good one. So this was actually in my coat pocket from another hunt during the week. It's actually a little bit of jet, but it has quite unusual textures on the sides. Possibly this is like the wood texture. It is unfortunately cracking, which I've noticed if you look very closely. It cracks as it dries out, so it's probably not the best quality jet, but always interesting to find. I don't actively look for jet, but I'll always pick it up if I see a piece. So I am round the corner now, and I've got to admit it's rather well picked over at Saltwick Bay at the moment, but you can only find what's there, so I'll keep looking. Look at the pyrite on this one, absolutely caked in it. Quite a nasty looking one. I'll take it back though, because some of them do pop well when you're air penning them. I highly doubt it'll split well with the chisel though. Might be sticky. Take it back and find out. If you would like to purchase your very own fossil from the Yorkshire coast, please check out my website called buyafossil.com. There's loads of beautiful fossils available for purchase. This week I've added some absolutely corking examples available for purchase, so please take a look if any of these interest you. I'll put a few on the screen right now. That's quite cool. I know people like bits of pyritized wood. There's an oyster shell attached to it there. In fact, it's quite covered in oyster shells. Interesting. So I've just found an ammonite here. That's one I will take back. Put that there. And I did already spot a nice little one example here, so I'll crack that one open right now on camera. Let's head over here and see what's inside. I don't usually split brilliantly from Saltwick Bay, but I'll give it a go anyway. Got some very nice colours on it. Not a good split. Oh well. So I've just spotted something rather interesting. It's quite gutting looking at the size of it. It was a beautiful section of a Phylloceros ammonite. What a shame that is. Might even take that one and get it cut and polished. Wow. Beautiful suture patterns on it. So I'm not 100% with this one. It's either a huge coprolite, a really good example, or it's like this planty sandstone material. I really hope it's a coprolite because that'll be a really good example. I'll take it back and have a closer look when it's dried out. Cool find. Let's have a look if this is complete. Oh yeah, looks like a good one. Should all be in there. Very nice looking pyritized ammonite. So the tide appears to be coming back in a little bit faster now, so I'm gonna head back, make my way around. Don't want to spend too much longer around this way. I have found quite a few bits around this way, so quite happy. Hopefully you have all enjoyed this video so far, and remember, I'll be back out tomorrow morning to see what I can find and filming it. So the very last find of today, I think. Lovely little Dactylioceras to prepare out. I'll see you on tomorrow's video where I'll be hunting somewhere else. Morning everybody, it's now day 2 of my fossil hunting video. I'm heading down to the beach. So we had a very good day of fossil hunting yesterday. Didn't find a lot, but I did find 1 or 2 nice bits. I actually prepared a really nice Dactylioceras that I found yesterday, and I prepared it in a way that is kind of 3D, so I prepared both sides out. So I'll show you that right now. So here's the really cool fossil find that I found yesterday, and then I've prepared it out. So I went for more of a 3D look on this one. The rock was really hard and pyritic, so I managed to pull it off, I think. It's a lovely display example. I'll be keeping this one. I may even get a cut base on the bottom so it stands up on its own. I'm not quite sure yet, but hopefully you like seeing that one. It's probably my best find from yesterday. Very pleased with how it prepared out. So it's a beautiful flat day. The sea is not very rough at all. My dad's over there, so I'll catch up with him later, and I'm sure he'll have a few bits for me to crack open. That'll be towards the end of the hunt. I'm going to go further around and he's going to have a look towards the first bit. He usually finds quite a lot of nice worn ammonites with keels sticking out, so they're really good to crack open. I'm going to head all the way around that far headland at the very back there, so I'll get back to you when I'm there. Probably take me about 10 to 15 minutes. So here's a little interesting tip that I always do before I come out to every single hunt. I'll look on tidetimes.org.uk and have a look at the low tide and take a screenshot of it. That way I can never forget and I'm never going to get cut off. The tide's not going out very far today at all. So I've just popped this one open. Not too bad for around here. Little Pleuroceros ammonite. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. Got a nice middle. Just needs a little bit of rock taken out there. Lovely keel on these ammonites. Very unusual. There's a seal over there. I'll zoom in. Hopefully you can see him. Just resting right underneath the cliff. A nice Eleganticerus partial on top of this big shale slab here. It's preserved on the very top of the slab, so that's why they never really have middles when they're like that. They're quite common as well. So that's quite a cool find here. Found an ichthyosaur vertebra wearing out of this big slab. I'm gonna get my chisel out, hopefully it comes out and it's quite well preserved on the other side. Let's have a go at getting it out. They still have a little bit of shale on it. Yeah, it's quite flat, but yeah, ichthyosaur vertebra, not bad. I'll take that back and try and prepare it back at home. So there is quite a few nodules knocking around this area here. I'm gonna gather a few up and then tap a few open. I think that's so good. You're looking for the nice rounded shaped ones like that, or like that one. Let's give a few of these a tap. See if any of them's got nice ammonites on the inside. So this one actually had a coprolite inside, which is quite cool. You don't usually expect to find a coprolite. Pick this one up, really nice. Take that one back without hitting it and prepare it. It's more the unusual shaped ones which are quite heavy, which are worth a bit of a tap on the beach. Well, that's just shattered open. And there was another ammonite inside, but very poorly preserved and quite calcified. So just making my way further along, and I've spotted this hiding underneath a rock. Literally perfect. A little bit worn in the middle, but I can't leave that. Too nice to leave. Well, it's a lovely morning to be out and about on the beach. Remember, if you do enjoy watching these fossil hunting videos, please consider hitting that subscribe button and giving the video a like if you have enjoyed it. Thank you. So there's a perfect little ammonite nodule here. See the ammonite keel wearing out? That's exactly what you are wanting to find. So I don't normally tap ones like this, I usually save them, but there's a nice looking crack running around there, so I'm going to give it a pop on camera for you. Let's have a look. It's gone already. Oh wow, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Just found a lovely looking Dactylioceras ammonite with a nice keel sticking out of the rock. Will be 100% complete, that one. So I've just spent the last 5 minutes or so hammering down a very large battered Harpoceras ammonite, and I've got it down to the very middle, and I may be able to just make something of it. As you can see, it looks quite nice in the very middle. Nice, very smaller one. But I think that could come out to be a nice little piece. So I've just popped this little nodule here, and it did have a ichthyosaur rib on the inside of it, but really flaky, horrible bone, so it's not well preserved, and I will be leaving it here. I'm heading back round to the way I came from to see if my dad has found anything interesting. Fingers crossed that he has done. So this one could be quite an interesting one once prepared. There's quite a few worn, eroded Pleuroceras ammonites. There's one decent one there, and obviously this really worn complete one. I'm sure there'll be the odd few more in the block. It's quite a soft sandstone type of material, so I'm not sure how this one will prep out, but worth a go, I'm sure. We've got a lovely empty beach this morning. Tide's well out now. It'll be coming in very soon. It's low tide pretty much right now. So I've just come across this. It's a really big bit of Gyrosteus fish bone. Don't really collect this type of stuff. I only really pick up the marine reptile bone, if I'm honest, but it's always nice to look at anyway. It's always cool to see on the beach. I'll leave this one for the tide or for someone else. So I've met up with my dad. He's found quite a few decent nodules, so he's going to show us them. Maybe I'll break open a few. So here's a few of my dad's finds. These are the ones which need cracking open right now. There's definitely one in there, but it's been in the rock pools for quite a while. You never quite know how well they'll pop open. This is probably the best one, a really nice Hildostrus ammonite. And there's another little hildy here to pop. Let's see how it goes. Oh, have a go at this one first, the rotten one. It's breaking off quite well. Down. There we go. A little bit crusty. Quick wash off. Should be alright. That's a Dactylioceras semislatum, I think. So this one I've not got much hope for, but I'll give it a tap. It's split okay. Whether it's a good one. Not terrible. A very small hildy. Let's give it a quick go. Usually get a decent split with these ones. Not bad at all. Now it's time for the nice looking Hildostrus ammonite. I'm going to place it here. Get the chisel in. For a better split than that. Give it a tap, I think. There we go. Let's find out. There we go. Perfect. Not bad. It just needs the middle taking out. That's everything for today's video. Hopefully you have all enjoyed it, and I will see you all on the very next one. Hi everyone, so I am now back up from the beach, so let's do a quick little round off of my finds from this whole video. So this is 2 hunts in total. So along with the beautiful DAC that I found yesterday and prepared, double-sided, here's the rest of the fossil haul. So this is 2 hunts, yesterday and today, me and my dad collecting. Got some pretty cool finds along the way. Obviously lots of nodules, little ladybird on that nodule there. Nice golden pyritized ammonite. There's plenty here. Lovely little Hildostrus. And it was a shame about the size of this lovely philo. It'd have been a beast if it was whole, but they usually break up. So now I thought what I'd do is show you some of the really cool high quality fossils that have been added to the website last week. Now this piece, when I found it, there was 1 or 2 partial ammonites showing. Someone had already hit it and discarded it, so I decided to take it back. I thought it was worth the risk and have a look at how many fossils was inside it. It's absolutely crammed. I think there's 4 and 2 partials. These are Dactylioceras tenucostatum ammonites. It's very rare to get this many on one piece. What's next? So we've got this lovely cup base, and inside it there is a ichthyosaur vertebra. So it's a lovely Posneg example here. Next we have a awesome pyritic nodule. I imagine you can probably tell what will be on the other side. Let's have a look. We've got a beautiful Elegantissimus elegantum ammonite. There's actually two, a larger one and a smaller one. These are very popular, but you can see why, because they're so pretty looking. Now this one is actually a really rare combination piece. Let's have a look. So it's actually got two lovely Dactylioscurus ammonites, and on the other side there's actually a Hildoscurus ammonite. Now Hildies don't wash up with other species very often, quite rare, but this fossil has been prepared really well. It's a top quality example, I'd say. So next we've got this lovely fresh out rock. Usually they look like this when they're fresh out of the cliff. You know, the sea's not hit it and washed it around. Obviously it's a nice prepared fossil. And look at this triple example, Dactylioscurus species. So we've got two larger ammonites along with a tiny little one sat on the matrix there. I think this piece is prepared beautifully. And last but not least, this is actually probably one of my favourite ones. So it's on this heavily pyritic nodule. It's got a nice cut base. I actually think it looks quite like a tombstone. There's four lovely Elegantissimus ammonites on this piece of rock, and again it's got that beautiful prepared finish. All 6 of these top quality fossils will be available for purchase. Have a look at biofossil.com. They'll be live as soon as this video goes up. Hopefully you have all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all on the next one.